by the Project Joy community. If you're ready to stop settling for just seeking joy and become joy itself, head over to projectjoylive.com. And now get ready for the show. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well today. I am praying that y'all can hear me well this morning because okay, it's time. It's happening. It's no secret that I am a little bit rough on electronics. And look at I use them well. I'm on these things all the time. I'm always having the headphones on. I'm always like I use them really well. And not long ago, my headphones started going out a little bit in the one ear. And oh good, so glad to hear that. So the one side, this side works, this side does not. And and I knew that it's coming time for some new headphones. But when they're glitching before I come on air, I mess with them a little bit and then I can't hear really well at all. And fun fact, because of a virus that I had a long time ago, my hearing is a little wonky anyway. So basically what I'm saying is, like, most of the time when I have people on the show, I might not be going like this, but I'm straining to hear them. At any rate, I am joyful to be here with you all this morning. You're watching Project Joy Live. It is Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I would love for you to let me know in the comments where you're joining from today, and of course, what is bringing you joy. Yesterday, I shared that my oldest celebrated his 22nd birthday, and it was tough for me yesterday. I'm not going to lie. This was his first birthday away from home, and it was tough. It was hard because, he was off doing his thing. I didn't know that he wasn't working, so I didn't call him because I didn't want to interrupt him at work. And I just sent him a couple text messages in the morning. And then last night I said, are you working today? And he was like, no. And I'm like, well, that's why I didn't call you, because I didn't want to interrupt you at work. So I talked to him for a moment last night. Well, didn't get to talk for very long because, 22 and doing things and being adult and all of that. But it was hard yesterday. It was hard. So at any rate, it was still good yesterday. Also, I went to the eye doctor yesterday morning, and I promised you guys that I would be giving you updates. So I've had trouble. I mentioned a virus that I had a long time ago, and that kind of messed with my hearing a little bit. It also messed with my eyes. And so basically all up here is a little bit of a hot mess. But so I had gone to the eye doctor because I've been struggling for a while with it. And it's one of those things, I definitely procrastinate the doctor stuff. Not a big fan. I've had really bad experiences, and I think that between that and also knowing that a lot of the doctors I'm not going to align with, I really believe in the power of your mind. And I'm not a fan of when you go in there to talk about something and it's like a doom and gloom sort of appointment, or they just want to treat the symptom. They don't want to actually take the time to figure out what's going on. We'll just leave it at, I don't align a lot with medical professionals. So all of that is the reason why I sort of procrastinate sometimes. And so, but I had made the decision. One of my daughters had an issue with her eyes, and my friend from school, if you guys remember me sharing, my friend Mary works at an eye doctor over here, and she was like, listen, they're really good in here. And so I brought my daughter, and she was so good with her. And I was like, okay, if my daughter can do it, I can do it. I gotta suck it up and go. And so I made the decision to go, and I joined the bifocal club. I got my cute bifocals here. I've been adjusting pretty well to them. Some of the other symptoms and things that I had been experiencing had slowed down. Um, but there's still an issue with one of my eyes. And so, based on some of the things that were going on, she's like, I want to see you again soon. I have an ointment that I use. And so, I had to go for a further, deeper look into the eye. And so I went in yesterday to have some pictures taken. And so, long story short, I'm being referred to a specialist because I'm having issues with the retina in my right eye. So I'm really joyful and thankful this morning. Number one, Dr. Lamoureux at In Focus Eye Care in Groton is amazing. She's truly amazing. She's so sweet and so kind and so well spoken, really doesn't make me feel like an idiot for questions that I ask. She makes me feel really safe, and in being in the office with her, she respects the choices that I make medically for myself, and that's really a big deal for me. And then she builds you up for the positive things that you're doing, and the progress that you're making. So she was really, she was really to the point, but also very sweet about what we were seeing on the photos, and said, okay, well, we need to refer you to a specialist. So I'm gonna go there. And she's like, it's nothing to be worried about, but we need to keep an eye on this because it's important. You want to make sure you maintain the vision that you do have there. So I'm thankful as well. I'm very joyful about that this morning, that we were able to catch it before losing, hopefully not losing the vision completely in that eye. So that's my little update for you this morning. Where's my bell? My bell is gone. That's my update for you this morning. Okay. So it's a busy day yesterday. It's another busy day on tap for me today. So with that, I have to tell you guys, it's Wednesday. So you know what that means, right? We all know what that means. We know what it means. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time to talk about the weather. It's 52 degrees here in Mystic, Groton, Connecticut, 53 degrees in Mystic, 52 in Groton. It's the same thing. We're all together. Partly cloudy here today, but it's going to be sunny all day, a high of 72 degrees. And looking forward at the weather is just beautiful here this coming, for the next 10 days. Saturday it's going to rain a little bit, but other than that, we have got sunny, clear, beautiful skies. Very excited about that here in this area of southeastern Connecticut. 63 degrees and sunny in Clarksburg, West Virginia. 68 degrees and cloudy. Looks like it's going to be cloudy, rain in Wadmalaw Island, just off of Charleston, South Carolina. That's where my daddy is. Also 74 degrees and cloudy in Jacksonville, Florida. But Jackson's, don't worry, there's no rip warning today, so you can go swimming if you want in that cloudy weather. 68 degrees, partly cloudy in Birmingham, Alabama. 66 degrees and clear in Phoenix, Arizona. 54 degrees and mostly cloudy in New Mexico. It looks like it's going to be, is it going to be raining, Susan? That it says it is in New Mexico, but I don't know if I put your city in here specifically. I need to do that. 89 degrees and mostly cloudy, and 90 degrees high in Tema, Ghana, Africa. There, I can't get over in in Ghana, Africa, how steady the temperature is. It's mind-blowing to me. It's like always like 90, 87, 89, 88, 90, 87, 88, 89. Mother Nature's like, we don't do the up and down here, but it's going to be raining a lot in Africa. I need a button where it will play that dun, 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 anytime we say it's raining in Africa, so we can have a little Toto in our lives. Okay. 54 degrees and mostly cloudy in Ontario, Canada. And that is the weather as I have it for you today. Let's talk about the national days we have going on. Okay. All right. Okay, so I also have to check in really quickly this morning. Miss Brittany is here. Grand Rising. Happy hump day to you. I'm so glad you can hear me because, by the way, wearing my Shelly Belly comedy shirt this morning. Shout out to Miss Shelly Belly. Always love her. You guys, her videos are hilarious. Hilarious. That looks like it's Susan. Good morning. Watching a pretty sunrise. Not raining at your house. Well, that's good news. That is good news. I need to put your actual city in there so that way it's a little more accurate than New Mexico, okay? Because it's bigger than New England, I'm pretty sure. Judith, it is good to see you. That's a very interesting eye story. So I didn't even say what caused it. So we don't even know. We don't know what caused this issue, but I was told that La Luz, that's right. I was told that it could be stress. It could be an injury, which I know I didn't have an injury, but it could also be the rubbing I do in the middle of the night to my very allergic, itchy eyes. So could be that as well. But we all know that stress has been high around here for the last 9 months or so. So I don't have any doubt that had tied into it. Brittany said it's supposed to be 85 here, Thursday 88, Friday 91. I'm going to need an ice bath. I agree. I need to put Lake Orion back in there as well. I'm writing it down. Okay, here we go. La Luz, New Mexico, and Lake Orion, Michigan. I need to make sure those get back in my regular weather rotation. But it sounds like it's going to be, that's what the temperature is pretty much going to be here, except you add in all the air from the ocean, and it makes for one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. Let's talk about our national day today, and then we're going to dive into how joy and happiness affects our physical health this morning. So it is World Parrot Day today. I love that. May 31st is World Parrot Day. I love that. It highlights the threat to wild and captive parrots throughout the world. It's also a day to learn about this intelligent and magnificent bird. That's amazing. It's also World No Tobacco Day. It is observed around the world every year on May 31st. It is intended to encourage 24 hours of abstinence from all forms of tobacco consumption around the globe. The day is further expected to draw attention to the widespread prevalence of tobacco use and to adverse health effects, which currently lead to more than 7 million deaths each year worldwide, including 890,000, which are the result of non-smokers being exposed to secondhand smoke. I am still in shock, awe, and disbelief that after all of the research done, all of the studies, all of the proof out there, that I still see so many people smoking around other people. I'm just going to say this right now. It's just rude. It's just rude. If you're a smoker, take it elsewhere. You do what you want to do, but keep it away from the other people, especially the babies, okay, that have no say over it. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's National Utah Day for anybody that's watching the show from Utah this morning. It is also National Smile Day. I love this. It encourages everyone to wear their best smile. The first recorded smile, I didn't know this was a thing, took place on 126 BC. Okay. National Day calendar. Let me explain something to you, okay? I am literally the most naive person on this planet. I did not need for you to do that to me so I could read that live on air, okay? It says this. The first recorded smile on record took place at 126 BC. Okay, we made that up, but did you smile? Joking aside, we generate a smile when funny things happen or find pleasure in the things we do. Someone we love or enjoy spending time with may be the cause of a grin or beaming look of joy. I love that. I don't love the joke though. Not a fan of that joke. It is National Flip Flop Day. I'm not a big fan of flip flops. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the little thing between my toes. Do you guys like that? It's not, even when I go to get my toenail, like if I go to get a pedicure and they give you those little, the little flip flops for your feet. Well, it's not my favorite thing. Now I like a sandal if my feet don't have to with the little thing between my toes, but It's not my favorite thing. It's also National Speak in Complete Sentences Day. Now, I will admit, I sometimes have a hard time with this. My brain is all over the place all the time. And sometimes I will be in the middle of the sentence and be like, I got another point I have to make really quick. And I just switch gears. And my kids are like, Mom, please, for the love of God. But Speak in Complete Sentences Day is observed annually on May 31st. This day is dedicated to using proper sentence structure while speaking. It is entirely possible to celebrate the day while texting as well. So no LOL or ASAP on May 31st. If you must laugh out loud as soon as possible, you will need to say it or type it completely, and be sure to include a subject and verb that agree. Oh, and you'll also want to be sure to punctuate those sentences correctly. At the very minimum, your sentence will need a tiny little period at the end. Though, do you think it will require any kind of punctuation? It just might. So let me know. Would you think you'd be able to do that? Do you think you would be able to go the entire day without speaking in like short form, how we've gotten to do, or like the LOL? And do you think you'd be able to do the entire? Let me know if you think so. Jojo's here this morning. That is Jamad Emmanuel down there. It is good to see you today. Brittany was like, I was really sitting here questioning how the listen. I am the most naive person on the planet. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's it. That is it. Okay. That's all. Nope. Brittany said, LOL. I'm not participating. Laugh out loud. Okay. Listen, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to talk about how joy and happiness impact our physical health this morning. So we'll be right back after this. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and super excited to be with you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is May 31st, 2023, and I have something really special that I want to show you guys this morning before we move on to how happiness and joy impact our health, okay? So, if you guys see behind me here, I have a plaque, and it is from the Weiss Scholarship Foundation. Now, you guys may have seen Brett Weiss as a guest on Project Joy, on the Breakthrough Show, on our special that we did about Kenya. And the Weiss Scholarship Foundation aims to send children to school in a little village called Dago, Kenya. Now, we've also had Olivia Ambani on the show, who's from a very different part of Kenya called Nairobi. And Nairobi is a bigger, more affluent city, but Dago is a very different little town. It's a little village. issues with housing, with money, with transportation, with all of these things. And so many of these children don't have a chance. And the White Scholarship Foundation aims to send these children to school, give them an education. And when I heard about what Brett Weiss was doing, I was like, I want to be a part of this. We had the musical Evening of Giving, which I can't believe was a year and a half ago, you guys. It blows my mind where time has gone. But we had the musical Evening of Giving to help benefit them as well as overcoming odds. And I knew that this was something that I wanted to be a part of. And so some of the money that the Breakthrough Show Network brings in every single month goes towards the White Scholarship Foundation, specifically one student. And we were issued this plaque for Lorian, who is a student there in Dago, Kenya, and she made us a little video. So I want to share this with you guys. I'm so excited about this, and you can hear from Lorian herself, okay?
Hi, my name is Lauren Angela Nyago. I come to from Jenadeng Memorial School. I would like to thank the Breakthrough Show Network through a scholarship foundation for supporting me in my education, and I promise to work hard to achieve my goals of being a journalist and to make you proud. Thank you. Hi.
I love it. I love it so much. So that is Lorian, and she is going to school. She wants to be a journalist. And I didn't even know that. Like, this was something Brett was like, do you want like a specific student? Do you want a girl? Do you want a boy? Do you want the money towards to go towards something specific? And I was like, no, just whoever. And so the fact that she wants to be a journalist, which I feel like is so close to what I do and what I share here with sharing good news and joy and, doing these shows, I'm so excited for her. And I just want to say how committed she is to her education. She sent us a letter last month that she had gotten a B. And I remember her saying, she's like, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. And I see so many kids nowadays that are like, I just want to pass, you know. And what I think is really beautiful about Lorian and the other children who have received scholarships from the White Scholarship Foundation is they're not taking their education for granted. They're really not. They are committed. They are understanding what an honor and a privilege that education is. And I'm so proud of Lorian, and I'm so thankful that Brett Weiss has given me the opportunity to participate in the White Scholarship Foundation with myself, but as a network as a whole. So I want to thank all of you guys who continue to donate to the Breakthrough Show Network, to be part of our programs, services, and everything that we offer. I just appreciate that, because without that, we wouldn't be able to support the White Scholarship Foundation. So I just wanted to show that to you guys this morning. And with that, make sure you go visit whitescholarshipfoundation.org and you can make a donation to them there as well. Really, really important, you guys. Okay. So with that, we are going to talk about how joy and happiness impacts our health this morning. So I found this article. It's in a hospital. I think it is actually, so it's from Northwestern Medicine, Memorial Healthcare and Northwestern Medicine University. And it's an article about how happiness impacts health. So I thought I would read it to you guys and then we can talk about it really quickly. The title of this article is On Cloud Nine, a state of perfect happiness. Happiness is good. It provides us with a sense of optimism, a take on the world attitude, and a positivity that can be infectious. According to a recent study, everyone attempts to find happiness in three ways: doing good for others, doing things you're good at, doing things that are good for you. Now, we'll get back to that in a minute. Moreover, those who are the most optimistic are the happiest overall. And the research doesn't stop there. Happiness is closely tied to being happy with your job, your closest relationships, and taking care of yourself physically and emotionally. How often have we talked about that on this show? Effects on your health. For most people, happiness is a sense of purpose and well being. This positive attitude translates to a variety of effects on a person's health, both physically and mentally, including opening a person's mind to positivity. Optimism and vitality are critical to a person's well being. Improving a person's problem solving ability. Positive minded individuals believe they can and want to achieve their goals. Building physical, intellectual, and social resources. This allows people to learn better because they seek other positive minded people. How often have we talked about that? Surrounding ourselves with other people who are committed to being the joy, right? And protecting your health. Happiness lowers your risk for cardiovascular disease, lowers your blood pressure, enables better sleep, improves your diet, allows you to maintain a normal body weight through regular exercise, and reduces stress. Ways to improve your well being. According to some research, well being can be learned by practicing the following: resilience, a function of the brain, resides in the ability to bounce back from adversity. That's an amazing thing to practice, being resilient. Positive outlook lies in a person's ability to see the positive both in people and experiences. Be the joy, see the joy. Attention or a lack of can affect attention or a lack of can affect a person's well-being. Being more attentive and using better listening skills can make a person more focused and positive. Generosity also equals a sense of well-being. Acts of kindness make others and yourself happy. Your own well-being shouldn't be mysterious. Know what works for you and what doesn't, and remove the barriers that are preventing your happiness. Be content with your life choices, and your health and well-being are dependent on it. So I would love to know, as we go back to that original, I wanted to go back to this. This is my first little moment over here. So it says everyone attempts to find happiness in three ways: doing good for others, doing things you're good at, and doing things that are good for you. Now, we've often talked about before about how we should do self-care, right? And a lot of times we jump to self-care practices that are not necessarily the best things for our body. Okay, so we might jump to we're like, oh, treat yourself, have a piece of cake. You know, or treat yourself, I'm gonna stay in bed for a week, or whatever, whatever it is. My point is that it's sometimes that third one, doing things that are good for you, is sometimes a difficult thing for people to grasp onto. It's much easier, I think, to focus on, for at least it's been for me, to focus on doing things for other people, followed by doing things you're good at, and then doing things that are good for me. And imagine if we switch that focus a little bit to doing things that are good for us. If we switch the focus to that, it then becomes much easier to do things that are good for others and do things that we're good at, because we are healthier, right? And so I love some of the other things that it talked about as well. I love it how it talks about, being more positive. We hear a lot of times in the personal development world about toxic positivity, and I've spoken a couple times today about being a very naive person. But I sometimes feel like that naive nature has kept me in maybe a positive mindset when other people are down in the dumps about things. It has made for laughter moments, like we saw earlier in the show today. And so I don't like, I understand people talking about, toxic positivity, and we talked a little bit about that, I think, when Sharon was on the show as well. And I ultimately, I think that if we are creating an environment, even if that environment is made up for the moment, you're creating an energy of that, so that when that truth comes in, when that hard time comes in, you're in a vibe, you're in a good place, and it's easier to handle that. I love how the article talks specifically about what it does to your health when you choose to be the joy, see the joy, seek the joy, create the joy, recognize that you are the joy and the creator of it, that you're helping your whole body, therefore extending your life, therefore extending the longevity, the time in which you're able to experience more joy. So I love the idea of what they're talking about in this article, because it really is a symbiotic. It's a circle of life sort of relationship. Okay, it's you are choose to be joy, choose to be happiness, and it's going to help your physical body. And when you help your physical body, you're going to be able to be around longer, and or be around in a way that is going to help you to enjoy things even fuller. So it's this circle that helps each other, that goes round and round. And I think it's a beautiful thing to think about. We have Brittany said, yeah, I kind of struggle with that last one. I think a lot of people do. I really do. I don't think it's something that necessarily always comes easy to everyone, you know? So what we're going to do this morning now is we're going to have a little more joy, and we're going to go over our birthdays for today. Are you ready for it? Here we go. So, birthdays in this world today. In the celebrity world, Brooke Shields is 58 years old today. I heard has anybody read her new book yet? I'm interested in reading her book. I hear it's very good. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but I know she came out with it fairly recently. Clint Eastwood, you guys, is 93 years old today. Marinate on that for a minute. Colin Farrell is 47 today. Andy Hurley, the drummer for Fall Out Boy, is 43 today. Leah Thompson, you guys remember her from Back to the Future, among other things, 62 today. Okay. The celebrities in my life, Carrie Beckwith Sheridan has a birthday today, as well as Kelly Veer has a birthday. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And with that, let's get our birthday song on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brooke Shields, Clint Eastwood, Colin Farrell, Andy Hurley, Leah Thompson, Carrie Beckwith Sheridan, and Kelly Veer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm wishing one more happy birthday to my son Clay from yesterday. I'm glad that he was able to enjoy his day with his friends and loved ones, and I'm glad we got to talk, even if it was just for a moment. Your mama is happy. I'm wishing you guys an amazing day. I want to remind you of a couple things. Number one, as I mentioned earlier in the show, the Project Joy live community doors are open. If you are ready to experience more joy in your life by being the joy instead of just seeking it, I would love for you to join us. It is on special for just $22 until the end of June. You'll stay on that price forever and ever. Amen. Go to projectjoylive.com, click the button, and we are having our first get together, our Joy Shop, this Friday coming up for everybody that is a member. So definitely join us for that. Projectjoylive.com is where you can find all the information. You can also send me a message, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you. Also coming up, very excited. The link is in the description of this video. Our webinar called Let's Host is coming up this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Highly recommend you get registered. Even if you can't come live, you can get the replay. But I'm going to be sharing with you all of the reasons why having a show could be your next best business move, or even your first business move. Okay. So I would love for you to join us. I'm going to be answering lots of your questions. I'm going to be going over the reasons why having a talk show is like way better than a podcast. Okay. So join us. The link is in the description of this video and you can get registered for a Thursday. Thank you guys for joining us wherever you are in the world today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.